What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Danganronpa 3. Last time we started the class oh wait, no, I guess technically 2 videos ago we started the class trial. So yesterday, or gosh darn it, 2 days ago, it was just another class trial video. So here we are. For some reason, Kaito thinks he can correct me about something. I just said Miu was an object who created a wall. I'm guessing that's what he's gonna argue. So I'm gonna be like, no, actually, she coded in that she is a object. So I just have to find that in the settings.
What we gotta figure out.
Perhaps it's this one. There it is, okay.
Is how Miu got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about the impossible? It's pointless. We gotta take a whole new approach here.
What are you talking about,
wait
guy?
Just a second. It's not actually impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Miu set up only lets non-human objects go through it.
Yes.
Humans aren't able to pass through.
Yes.
So Miu obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all.
Wrong. I
careful your
patiently
words.
waited and got it. Just right. Didn't I, Mr. Tank? Yes, I did.
The wall wasn't the only thing that Miu changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
Is that right?
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says. I already told you, the more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
He even has Monokuma's song now, pretty much.
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
Okay.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Miu messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through, then her secret route was through that wall? That's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Miu had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? 'Cause Miu said...
She probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
Miu lied.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Ew.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Kokichi, you no have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Mama Taro?
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! You can't tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you say that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Miu to get the Cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Miu wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes. Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we can determine why, we will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
What are you talking about? Just be clear. The events that led us here. What? Oh, the noise? Oh, there it is.
This is it! You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
It's because the buildings are actually next to each other. That's why it looks like it's a wall, but there is no wall.
First
It is a
off,
loop.
sound can't go past the map loading point. Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
You heard my voice too?
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, Gonta not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion or the noise. Okay, I kind of remember how this works as well, so that's nice. Ah, this is an interesting one. Oh, yeah! I didn't even have to look at the other crap.
I see it.
The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river. We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Here we go! Telling you, it's a loop. It went down the river and back because the rivers are connected. It is a looping world. Oh! Oh, I missed it. Oh, they're moving! At which point was the signboard swept away? Okay, that was a weird... I didn't really understand what they meant. Like, yeah, it was swept away at the river. What do you mean? It wouldn't be swept away anywhere else. Oh, God! I feel like if you just stayed... Oh, now the lanes have opened up, okay. Yeah, just stay in the middle for these, and they'll always hit your car. Where is the end of the river? There is no end. Oh. Oh, I guess it's transition point, because the other two don't... Oh. Holy shit, I just ran... That's the first time, okay. So yeah, I'm killing people! What the... This is a weird mode, man. Oh, I have tank in my lap, but it always kills my blood flow in my leg and it hurts. I need to get him off, but he's sleeping. Aren't you, Mr. Tank? Screw that. Oh my God. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? On the mansion side. Oh, I'm not done? I guess I could fit one more person. Oh, that's a long one, okay. Shit! Oh, this is irritating. Come on, just give me all of them. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Upstream? Is that against it? There it is. All right, 5's a party. Okay, Mr. Tank, I have to set you down on the ground.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current. We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct? It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there. But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
Hold up. Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river. Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. a signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know, Shuichi?
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What's the question?
This is it!
Oh, okay. I mean, that, I don't know why they asked that question. It was
might
weird.
have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through. The sign should have stopped
Oh,
at the
that
wall
wall.
on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through,
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through. That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow, how did the signboard pass through the wall?
that's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, it's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
It's the same wall, you dingus. In that case,
I got it! I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
the reason she only set up one is because the chapel and mansion walls...
That's it! The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall. The same wall? It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us!
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
right?
I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. What is the unique feature of the virtual world? Oh, I thought that was an WR world. Okay. Let's try world. World, and then loops? Easy. Easy peasy.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream, and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happen.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the nap loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes. But first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts.
Easy, it starts at that squiggly wall.
Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Nah, you dummy.
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop... There!
I'm glad I'm getting all these easy questions to get all my health back.
World looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather, her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them.
Let me analyze this as well. Okay.
And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center, which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery. That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're
Not,
welcome.
well, we don't know who did it yet, so...
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Keiji talking like Monokuma again.
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miyu. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Miyu's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Miyu? You know, okay, so it's been like 26, 27 minutes. It's not a bad spot. I was gonna end the video in about 2 or 3 minutes. So, okay, why don't we just end this video here then? So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!